1 year ago here in Madison Square Garden, the central event of this meet was the great performance of Soviet pole vaulter Sergey Bubka. That's no surprise. In almost every indoor track and field meet, there seems to come a time when the pole vault holds center stage.
Last winter, the pole vaulting indoors was great. There were world records in almost every meet by 3 men: Billy Olson, Sergey Bubka, and Joe Dial. Nine world records in 9 weeks. And here at Madison Square Garden, controversy.
Last year at the Millrose Games, when me and Bubka and Olson was jumping, there were so many photographers around the pole vault runway that when I was coming down through there, you know, a guy leaned over and took a picture of me and, you know, flashed the light in my face right before I was going to plant the pole.
Dial was allowed an extra jump, so was Olson, and Bubka said, "I'm leaving." He didn't. He came back. This year, the setup at the Garden is much better. The whole pole vaulting area has been moved to the other side of the arena. The surface has been extended 10 feet and it has a rubberized top. The bar is lifted automatically. There's a new pit, wider, deeper. There's Earl Bell running on it. He likes it. Last year in this meet, Bubka sets his 4th and last world record of the season. Outdoors last summer at the Goodwill Games before the home folks in Moscow. A world record outdoors. This winter, Bubka has broken his indoor record again. Olson has been having problems with his stuffed sinuses.
I'm exhausted. I shouldn't be this tired. I feel like I've been through a war and a battle and lost.
Olson is feeling better now. Earl Bell, he's doing great.
You know, I'm doing even better than I had hoped to do indoors. I'm historically a fairly weak indoor jumper, and now I've jumped 19 3 times indoors.
Tonight, the battle resumes. Sergey Bubka, Billy Olson, and Earl Bell.
The men's pole vault. The world and American records are listed there. 19 feet 6.5 inches by Sergey Bubka. American record holder Billy Olson, 19 feet 5.5 inches from last year's indoor season. On the pole vault runway for his opening attempt at 18 feet 1.25 inches, the old man of American vaulters, Earl Bell, the only American jumper to have jumped 19 feet this indoor season. Over nicely on his first attempt, 18.125. He's been very, very consistent this indoor season, which is why he has had so much success. Very smooth run-up. Plant was a little under, got back, stayed with it, height in the right place. A lot of confidence, a lot of experience. Earl Bell, over on his first attempt, 18.125. Up for his 3rd and final attempt at his opening height of 18 feet 1.25 inches, 11-time world indoor record holder Billy Olson, struggling badly on his first 2 attempts at this height. He must make this jump in order to stay in contention for the American team. This is it, Billy. And for the 3rd time, he is unable to even go for the bar. His run-up was so bad, plant so bad, so far out of position. His speed looks fine, but he's backing off the plant because he can see that his hand is going to be so far under that there's no chance to get in position to make this bar. So Billy Olson, along with Joe Dial, out with no result at 18.125. Attempt at 18.125. Another vaulter who is having a hard time negotiating this height. And it is not to be tonight. Ranked number 2 in the world last year outdoors, Rodion Gatuyan out of the competition at a 1.25 inches. Let's see what happens. Looked very good on the runway, but many of the jumpers are having trouble determining exactly where the box is. And it's making them wake up near the end of the runway. They're simply out of position. They have the height, but they don't have the position. And he is out of the competition at a very low height. I'm down on the floor with Billy Olson, who is just no height at 18 1.25. And Billy, I know you felt good coming into this meet, and a lot of people are not looking very good. Is there something wrong with this facility tonight?
I don't know, Dwight. I was really struggling with it. I was talking to some of the other guys, and they're struggling. I don't know if it's just the meet and everybody was a little too excited or something, but I just couldn't penetrate. I couldn't travel far enough forwards into the pit to ever make a bar, and that seems to be what everybody's doing. If they're even getting up at the bar, they're coming down on it. So, I have no explanation. I felt good. And that's what makes it really hard right now because, if I was hurting or something else like that, then I would have an excuse maybe, but I have none.
In the slow motion replays, it looked like everyone was a foot to a foot and a half under, and I know that can affect it a lot, but it seems like an adjustment could be made.
I don't know. My steps went up about 2 feet here from last week, and I was having trouble reaching the pit, actually. So I was having to take longer strides from closer in, so I don't know if that means the runway is a little bit slower than it should be or what. I really don't have any excuses, but something wasn't working, obviously.
Okay, well, maybe better luck outdoors, Billy.
I hope so, Dwight. Thanks.
And now, finally, up for his opening attempt at 18 9.25, the world indoor and outdoor record holder from the Soviet Union, Sergey Bubka. As you may recall, he set the world indoor record at this meet last year. And not a very auspicious beginning for Mr. Bubka. But if you'll recall also, in his opening attempt at 18 8.25 last year, he also missed badly and went on to set the world record. Good speed, but he just was not in the right position. Lots of height in front of the bar. That's a very scary jump for a pole vaulter. He's looking straight down in the box on a jump like that. But this man has no fear in this event. On the runway for his first attempt at 18 9.25, Earl Bell. And he misses his first attempt. They had good height on that. At this point, he's the leading American in this competition. He's already qualified for the World Indoor Championship team, but boy, how sweet it is if you can beat Sergey Bubka in our national championship. He just turned a little too quickly and started dropping his legs early, but he has the height, he has the run-up together to make this height. Sergey Bubka, second attempt, 18 9.25. And another bad miss. All the vaulters having terrible adjustment problems here at the Madison Square Garden, with the pole vault runway on the opposite side of the arena than it has been in past years. Bubka looking pretty good with the speed, but you can tell he's backing off. But normally he is so strong and so good at making those adaptations. He has plenty of height in front of the bar, but he isn't able to get the penetration into the pit. Those are dangerous misses. Both misses he's had are the kind of misses where you can easily get injured. Now it's time for Earl Bell's final attempt at 18 9.25. Regardless of whether he makes or misses, he wins the competition. And he's over! And you know he's got to love winning, jumping high, rather than winning because the other athletes were unable to jump well. Earl Bell, 31 years old, dominating this indoor season in the United States. Very strong, solid run-up, good plant. Gets back nicely on the pole, turns, and plenty of room to spare. He loves it. Earl Bell, national champion. That'll be real good juice going into next week's World Indoor Championships. He's got to feel good about that, beating all those foreigners right here in the States when they so completely dominated the pole vault last year when they came over.